I'm a few minutes early, so you got a few moments to go ahead on and get you something to drink, get you some popcorn, whatever you need. Don't know how long this video is going to last, but we're about to go ahead on and expose all the raw tea. So while we still have a few minutes, I'm going to go grab myself something hot to drink, and I'll be right back. Okay? Double tap that screen. You might want to share this video on your Facebook page. I'm hoping to get as much done, much said as possible. I was saying to myself, well, Lord, should I just go ahead on and do it all at one time, or should I do it in increments? But I think it just needs to be said. I was trying to sit on this, but I want to let y'all know, for the last couple of days, I've been trying to really sit on it. And I haven't been able to. It's been causing my stomach to burn, having trouble trying to rest. It's been pushing to come out, so I need to get it out. The whole purpose of me showing my face now is because I have people that come into the live that say, show your face. Oh, this is pre-recorded, so I'm showing my face now because we're going on the porch and I'm going to sit outside and we're going to have this conversation. Shout out to everybody that's in the live. Mimi, Scooter, Loving It. I appreciate y'all being here. We're about to talk about it. We're about to get into it. All right? So I'm going to turn this light off. We're heading outside, okay? With my cup of tea. Just want you to know in advance, some of the people that I'm about to talk about, I heard are innocent, or they were innocent, okay? So, all right. I see my little friend just passed by, a German Shepherd. I don't know if y'all can see him over there. He normally comes by and speak to me. Hey, Sugar, how you doing? All right. I'm sorry. Oh, I probably was inside. I'm reading some books right now. Hello, Too Hype. All right, guys. Let's do it this way. I want to make sure. This is a very lengthy story, okay? And I'm giving it to you the way it was given to me. And this is the raw truth. Well, the truth that I was given. So, I wasn't given any names to disclose. If y'all notice on all the tarot channels, you hear a majority of the tarot readers talking about somebody that's swapping other people's destiny, stealing money, doing all manner of stuff, throwing witchcraft. They even talking about somebody's mama, part of it as well. But this is what I was given. And we're going to start from where I was given it. There's a man who trusted someone dearly. And he ended up getting caught up in the system. And he got a sex offender charge on it. When he got out, he ended up going and live with some people that he trusted. He would trust with his life. They were living in apartments, one after another. And they met up with a woman. And this woman lived with them for a little while. This is a big ass story, y'all. This man ended up getting married. But they came up with a scheme. The female was known for doing cyber crimes and got caught a couple of times. So I don't know if the woman is the one, if it was the wife, or was it this other person? But they came up with a scheme. The scheme was that we'll have an open relationship. And what your job is, this is what she's telling the man, what your job is to go and pull women in. Try to find those that's lonely, those that look like that they desperate or they need somebody, and get information on them. This woman is very clever. She knows her way around the dark web as well. In advance, I would say, I'm sure she's still being watched. She may feel like that she's under the radar. These two people ended up getting a divorce, but they're still together. They live in separate places, but they're still together. And the man is the one that's doing all the dirty work, but he's being monitored. He's being watched. I wouldn't be surprised if they got cameras watching him, his every move, as well as people in the community. And you'll be able to put this together as I continue to go. See, this is the only way that they was able to keep this man under control. And they know that he had already had this rap on him. And they probably fed into that and enticed him with somebody that was underage. Maybe he knew about it, maybe he didn't. But this is how he's being blackmailed to stay in the game. Yeah. So, I'm sorry, y'all. I felt that deeply. So I know the Lord is speaking. This has been going on for numerous years. And this is what they do. God even said that there's a woman. They picked out a woman that's much older, could be a part of their family. And they brought her in, and they made her, the conversation went like this: well, you're a much older person, and if anything go down, you won't go to jail or prison because of your age. And she down in the game. This woman came up quick. All of a sudden, they came from an apartment to buying $500,000 homes. They taking the money and they laundering it through another company. But they're not doing it by themselves. There are people in high places that are helping them do this. Since the man can't have a lot of things in his name because he's a felon, this woman has everything in her name. And the man can't really ruff no feathers because everything gonna fall on him. He gonna be the one that go to prison. But the truth of the matter is, the person that's holding on to all the money is the one that's going to be deemed the mastermind. Because everything is in that person's name. And I strongly feel that this person has overstepped their boundaries and feel like that they all powerful because they got money, stolen money. There's a lot of women that have been taken advantage of, but they will not come forward because of shame, because of guilt, because they don't want to be ridiculed or looked at by their neighbors or family members will be called a fool. But how can you call a person a fool for falling in love? For believing somebody really did care about you or loved you? Everybody, everybody on this planet has at least been taken, conned, stolen from, deceived in some shape, form, or fashion. This man is also deceived because he believing that all of that money belongs to him, but it's not his money. It belongs to all the people that y'all stole it from. He caught these women while they were sleep resting and feeling like they was in a very comfortable place, and he began to take pictures of their ID, their credit cards, social security cards. Could even went as far as stealing the SD card out of their cell phones without them even knowing that it's missing until they decide to buy another phone. I'm told that there is a corporation there's a business that makes really good money, and they launder the money through a business. The only way that you could do something like that is if you got people that are set in place that you paying off to help do this. These people have been going on the internet, not only the dark web, but they've been doing their own private eye detective work, finding out everything they can about you. If you got property, if you got a house, a home, stuff that you have never claimed, maybe that you didn't even know that you had, or you did know. Now this man want to get out of it, but he can't get out of it because they holding it over his head. I heard that he never did register as a sex offender, and that would automatically revoke. If they picked him up, he got to go back and do time from the very moment all the way up to now. But you know one thing that they've been keeping him out of trouble is all this money that this older person is holding. This older person feels like they are God. They think they all powerful. But you got your blessing. You got your reward now. You didn't care. They didn't care how many people they hurt or harmed, if they lived on the street and couldn't get back on their feet, if they had food to eat, if they died and suffered. Because all they wanted was money. They didn't give a damn how they hurt them. There's a possibility that the authorities are going to watch this video, and if so, they'll finally figure out that it's been put together. This person didn't stop at one house. This person bought 4 houses, and all of them over $500,000. Been taking trips. going across the water, having spell work done to take another person's destiny. But that's what they want to do, or they believe they're doing. That was some insurance fraud done. Somebody abruptly came up dead, just died. But it was done gradually. They poisoned. I won't say they. It was this one particular person, the one that's spending all of this money. Gradually poisoned someone, possibly her husband, for insurance money. But that backfired. Because what she thought she was going to get, it went to somebody else. And she started gradually poisoning that other person, little at a time, in their food, trying to make them believe that they were sick and ill, but they wasn't. One day, I believe this person got a notion to stop eating the food that was coming from this particular person, because they was able to connect the dots. But because this man had loyalty and believed, and had a lot of faith in this person to be able to hold their life in their hands and have this much trust. This person was really out to hurt them for the greed of money. When I did a tarot reading on this, it said that this person was double jealous, greedy jealous. The devil card was clarified by the devil card. And the page of swords was clarified by the page of swords. And I asked why. And it said, because I felt like that money should have came to me. So if I get rid of everybody, all the contenders, and make it look like this person gradually died from an illness, then I would have full control of it. But who's to say that you're going to outlive that person? See, God can put a twist on this. The man divorced this woman because he didn't want this woman to be caught up in the game, so if anything happened, it would not come back on her, because she's the mother of his children. But there's a paper trail, an IP trail. And the IP trail, which is an address, do not lie. There are many military men that know how to trail an IP address and come right to your house. I heard there's 6 people involved in this. That's what I heard. It's 6 people. I am so certain that this man wished that he could just walk away. But in order for him to walk away, he would have to tell everything that he knows as well as turn over state evidence in order to get a lesser charge. The female, the divorced woman that gave this man the right to go out and have sex with various women. And I want you to know it was some men up in there too. She wanted to try to reclaim her relationship. Hmm. After all of these years. Let me see what y'all saying. I think they know that God was giving me the 411 or somebody. And that could be why I was getting all these spiritual attacks on my channel. Why people, my views was going down because they know that God was going to give somebody the 411. This older woman married, but she's sick. She is psychologically sick. When they told me it was a group, they didn't tell me that it was an occult, but it is. See, an occult don't always have to be a person doing magic. It can be a group of people that's doing something under the same mindset. These people are nasty. They're having sex with each other. And this woman is having sex with her own son and have him twisted in the mind. That's why he can't go nowhere. Because she's using sex magic on him. And the very moment that he say no, and he stand up for himself, that spell will be broken. But still, there's karma to be paid. Unless God intervene and have mercy. I really pray that he get to the place, whoever this man is, to say enough is enough and step out of it and stop allowing people to feed him with these young children. Children. I didn't know that was coming out. Because all they doing is digging a hole for this man. They said it was children, so I'm going to leave it at children. If a female say she 18 years old or 19, you still need to look at her ID. If she says she 21, you need to look at her ID. And I'm going to throw this in there. If somebody have an undertone of being in the closet, and you think when you do get caught and you end up going to prison, and I'm talking about a man here, when they finish with your ass, you might be dead because you can die from anal sex. You can bleed to death and your hemorrhoids can come out. You can contract HIV because of the fecal matter that's in your lower intestines and your bowel area. You can catch hepatitis B from blood and fecal matter. It sounded like it was a good game from the beginning, but you have been exposed, people. Now, if the Lord decides to give me the names of the people, I surely will write it down and put it in a very safe place. Can I tell you something I saw? I had a vision. The same day the Lord gave me this, of a tall, blonde, heavy-set, officer or detective coming towards me and speaking my name. Now, whether he was coming to talk to me about this case or for some other reason, I saw him 3 times, so I know he's coming. And I heard him call my name. The eyes of the Lord in every place, beholding the good and the evil. We always have angels around us. They write down everything we think, say, and do. And the things we think we do in secret that nobody knows about is being exposed. I'm sorry, y'all, but I really feel that this man is dancing to somebody else's tune. He can't shit, eat, or breathe, or do nothing on his own. And there's a possibility if he has his own place, he don't even have no control over that either. Y'all let me know how this new device is working. I just got it set up late last night, but it's still setting up even as we speak. I didn't know it was going to take this long. That's all we can do, Lady Fia. Because rest assured, Not one of them gonna get away. Not one. There's a paper trail. Unless you won the lottery, that's the only way you can prove that all that money belongs to you. Nobody get a come up like that. Sometimes people know who they wronged, or who they got over on, or who they deceived. And they do have a conscience and they try to fix it. But if he tried to come back, maybe God is working on it. There's going to be a lot of people doing some Fed time. They better pray they don't get a judge. They say for every $1,000 that you stole, that's a year in prison. Cause some of these motherfuckers gonna rot there. Good evening, Red Elephant. It's good to see you. I'm not gonna take this video down. I'm not gonna block it. I'm not gonna put it over in the member section. I'm gonna leave it out. And I might change the name of it to say your day is coming. Or you have been exposed. It's never worth it. When people choose money over love, then money is your God. But if they would have picked love over money, God would have blessed them. Oh, I almost forgot. The man that married this woman is a priest. He's a warlock. And he's crooked too. You know, when I hear this person has a child like mine. So because this man has a child like mine, they manipulated him. They deceived him. They did all manner of stuff to make sure he can't do shit. His whole life been fucked up by these people that he trusted with his entire being, his entire life. And from what I feel in my spirit, he's just waiting for the day to come where they just walk up to him and call him and say, We got a warrant for your arrest. And that's the day he gonna take a deep sigh because it's over. If this man would have been connected to me in any way, and I knew these things, I would have helped him as much as possible to get out of that. I would have helped him. It's a sad thing. You never pull your trump cards before time. And I would have pulled my trump cards to help him. On some of the tarot channels that I've listened to while I've been on my little hiatus, y'all, I heard one lady say, if he could get out, he would. You know what? Last summer, when I was sitting down with my twin flame soulmate, I knew God was using him because I know the voice of God. And that man began to roll out his mouth, and I just stood there because I felt the presence of God. And I don't even know if he knew he was being used. He said, God is taking you to a whole nother level. He said, you don't need tarot cards. He said, you're going to be able to tell everybody what they need to know without the cards. He said, you're probably already able to do that, but you don't have the confidence to go ahead on and do it. But I want to let you know, you don't need the cards. There was definitely a lot of magic being done, including death magic and falsified paperwork for insurance. I would not be surprised if they had people cremated, so there wouldn't be no investigation. But this woman is evil and she's treacherous. And money is what changed her to be that. Earlier today when I was sitting down in front of my device, sitting on the porch, reading a book, I felt somebody crying so much that it was hurting in my throat and in my heart. It was like somebody was in anguish. But I pray that God deliver this man. And I pray in his next life that he be more wise. As for the female, all she wants is the money. And because she knows some things also, she is also in agreement with this other person to help blackmail, to keep this person in one place. And why do I feel like this person, this man, is on the verge of losing his mind? I remember doing a video, I think it was maybe about last month, might have been at the beginning of this month. And it was talking about there are people also in different states that part of this. They taking these people's money. They getting fake ID made in these people's names and cashing those checks. Making up bank accounts over the internet. I could be a part of this here because I know somebody stole my money too. But everything that's been taken, you're going to get it back double with interest. Because if we can really count on the judicial system to do the right thing, they're going to make sure we get everything back that's due to us with interest. So go ahead on and eat your steak and shrimp dinners and drink the fine wine. Go ahead on and have your little parties and your little secret meetings. Because the jig is up. Possibly going and get other people's body and making it believe and making it seem like it was you. But fingerprints don't lie. And a lot of these people will not do fingerprints and stuff unless you pay so many thousands of dollars. They done went on the internet and made up a whole nother profile. May have your picture on it, but it ain't you. Most of the time when a person want to do some real dirty and grimy stuff, they go and get people that they feel like that they can manipulate. People they feel like they don't have, they have a weak mind, that they can mold and shape them to do what they want them to do. But if they run across somebody they know with a strong mind or that's real intelligent, they're going to try to back up off of that person like a crawfish. This needed to be told. My stomach has stopped burning now. My stomach has been burning me for a day and a half now because I did not want to put this message out. But God said it had to be so. So for all the tarot readers that's been doing readings lately, they'll be able to move on. They don't have to keep on reading the same thing because now it's been exposed almost in its entirety. So when you start watching readings now, you're going to notice that they've changed. All right, we're going to go ahead on and end this live unless y'all want to continue to talk. My tea done got cold, y'all. I'm going to go put it in the microwave right quick. I'll be right back. I'm glad I went to heat up my tea because I forgot something to tell y'all. You people that have YouTube channels, men and women, that's doing pretty decent for yourself. Be aware you're being targeted. Be careful because somebody may come in to pretend that they're your friend to get close to you. Be careful of any links that they want you to go and click on because that link may be a way for them to get some information on you and steal your identity. Hello, Jay. What changed, Red? Ravina. Hey, Ravina. It's been a while. Red, you might want to pull a little red dot back so you can listen to what was said. What's being exposed is there's a group of scam artists that's targeting people on the internet as well as off the internet. What you need clarity on, lady? Oh, you needed clarity. To God be the glory. I'm glad I was able to do what the Lord said. Oh, they felt like they weren't going to be found out or be held accountable. You are being held accountable. And those people that are empowered that has been helping you are not going to take the fall. Y'all going to take the fall by yourself because they see you as peons. They got more money than you could ever have in your life. And you definitely going to take the fall. It doesn't matter how many cities or states that you jump and how many times you change your name. In case you're not aware, Big Brother is everywhere. Look on your light poles in your cities and states. They got cameras everywhere. All it takes is a flip of a switch and they can see what the hell you're doing. And if they want to get really elaborate with it, they can watch you through your own TV, your cell phone, your clock. In 1981, they started putting miniature cameras in everything that's electronic. Don't believe me? Go do the research. I don't want to call this man a mama's boy. I don't want to call him a daddy's boy. I don't know what he is. All I know is that he listens to everything somebody else tell him. And he does exactly what he's told. So I don't know how that works with him in a relationship. Because he never got the opportunity to mature and become the man that he's supposed to be. He may be intellectually intelligent, but because of the heavy witchcraft that's been put on him, that's causing him to have this, what I said they was, I heard, mentally, psychological, something like that. And witchcraft is what caused him to be messed up like that. And the very moment that he could realize that it's witchcraft, and he say no, all he got to do is say no and stand on it one time, and it's instantaneously broken. And they can't put that back on him again. And he'll have a new lease on life. But I hear there's fear. Fear? Why? I don't know how many of y'all are willing to do a fast from 6 a.m. to 12 o'clock noon and just have one thing in your mind, that all of these people will come to justice. That's what it turns into, PTSD. Thank you, Red. You show right. Thank you, because I felt fear as well as I heard the word fear. Probably looking around like he on crack, trying to see who coming. Somebody gonna come try to take him out. Somebody gonna come jump on him. Somebody gonna kick his door in. I don't know. If this person that we're talking about, ladies, was your divine masculine and they went astray, they're now deemed a fallen angel. And God was giving this person the opportunity, the chance, the space to get things right. And if they chose to stay on the dark side out of fear instead of trusting God, because God is bigger than any man, I can tell you some things that you probably won't even believe. But I've seen angels fight for me. And all I had to do is just acknowledge them. And I seen men on their face. Couldn't even get up. Angel ain't got to do much but hold you down with his foot. And I was able to walk on by. And they couldn't do nothing. Even the Bible tells us, who are we to obey, God or man? If you allow a person to have that much control over you, that is your God. That's who you made God. But he said he's a jealous God. So he'll remove that person completely out, even if you have to snuff them out by their life. When a person feel like they can withstand God, he'll show you who he is. I feel at peace, y'all. I'm trying to make sure there's nothing else that want to come out. Father, I thank you for blessing me and giving me the opportunity to reveal that which you gave me. I thank you for your most holy angels being around me. I thank you that it came out with clarity. I ask, Lord God, that you continue to do a work. I ask that you bring peace to each and every person under the sound of my voice that have been wronged. And in advance, I say hallelujah. I thank you, Father God, for making my enemies my footstool. Thank you for making the enemy, each and every one of us, footstool that is stole from us, killed us in dignity, brought shame and guilt, even when it wasn't ours to have. I think this man got a lot of children. And I wouldn't be surprised if he's married to somebody else in a different state. But if so, that's going to be exposed as well. All right, guys, y'all be at peace. We'll come back and do something different in a few minutes, all right? I love you.